This, unfortunately, is how the majority of business partnerships are structured. I'm going into business with my friend. I brought the money. He's contributing his ideas and his time. And we're going to split because we want to be fair. You're going to hear that a lot. Because we want to be fair, we'll split the business 50-50. You may not need to split anything 50-50 because splitting ownership is one out of several different ways I'm going to be talking about in this course, right? Which brings me to compensation models. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 specific ways you can structure a business partnership so that it's a win-win to both parties, particularly when it comes to what each party will get from the business. Like I just said, you may not need to share ownership of the business. There may be no need for 50-50. You may not even need to share, you can retain 100% ownership of your company and the other party will still be happy. It all depends on the kind of partnership you're looking at and the compensation model that works for you and your partner. So this is going to be very eye-opening for you. And the next thing I'm going to be looking at will be the qualities of a good business partner. What are the green flags? What are the things you should look out for before you decide in favor of getting somebody on board as your business partner? Usually, people don't just change when you make them a business partner. They don't just become demons or monsters when you make them a business partner. There are usually signs in the beginning. The unfortunate thing is that many people don't know what signs to look for, or they misinterpret these signs, or they just assume that it's not a problem. So I'm going to be talking about the specific qualities you need to look out for before you get somebody on board as a business partner. And then I'm also going to be telling you about the red flags. These are things that the moment you spot them, the moment you spot one or more of these things, you need to save yourself the stress, the loss, reputational damage of going into business with somebody who would eventually disappoint you. Like I said, people don't just become monsters overnight. Usually there are signs. And these red flags will tip you off to particular behaviors, personality traits, activities, mentalities, and things like that. That once you spot them, you need to be very careful before you go into business with that kind of person. And then I'm going to round up the course by talking about best practices. The business partnerships that work, what do they have in common? Those are the things I'm going to be talking about. If you can do these things, then you would have created a solid foundation that increases the chances that the business partnership you have with somebody would last for a long time. There are people who get on board with business partners and they started as not really strangers, but they were not close friends. They didn't know themselves from childhood or from early school and things like that. And eventually, these things blossomed into 20-year, 30-year relationships, right? It can be very beautiful when a business partnership works. And it can be a nightmare. It can be the worst thing you would ever experience in your life if you go into business with somebody who is the worst fit for your kind of person, right? If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.